Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I am Prasanna Venkatesh. I am Sergeant Ram for today's meeting. I welcome you all to the Medley Toastmasters meeting 833. There are a few ground rules to be followed during the meeting. First, please turn off your mobiles or keep them on silent mode. I'll give you a few seconds. Second, do not talk about sex, religion or politics during the meeting. Toastmasters International is a century-old organization helping its members in the area of public speaking and leadership abilities. As per the mission of Toastmasters, we provide a positive and supportive learning experience in which members are empowered to grow in the area of public speaking and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Now, without further ado, I would like to call a person who got experience of 15 years in aviation field. He is an avid runner. Let's welcome Presiding Officer Toastmaster Rajshekhar.
Thank you, Sergeant Arms. Prasanna Venkatesh for setting this stage and elaborating the ground rules. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. So, myself Rajshekhar Mohan, Presiding Officer for today's meeting, and with sound of this gavel, I declare meeting number 833 open. So first I want to recognize the dignitaries present here. I'd like to welcome Toastmaster Kalyan, past president of Reddy. So in guest, I want to ask about from guest Manivel. So what is your expectation from this meeting and how you want to come to know about this?
Good afternoon everyone, I am Manivel. So this is the fourth meeting I am attending as a guest. So I just want to enter into Toastmasters Club. So I am just giving myself an experience how the things are going on here. So as far as I attended the 4 meetings, it is kind of I'm getting some confidence to speak in front of others, and actually having a chance to meet the people from diverse field and experience with a different experience. So it's going on.
Thank you, guest Manivel. It's nice to hear that. So before we begin the meeting, I would like to share a small story. So it's about the world's most successful investor, Warren Buffett. So we all know him, one of the richest investors in the world. But very few people know, early in his career, he has a problem with public speaking. So when years passed on, he just tried to avoid all the meetings. So when if there is any public meeting, then he will just shy away. He won't speak in front of people. Then after some time, he realized something is missing in him. So he wanted to succeed, not just with money, but also as a leader. He had to overcome this fear. So he took the bold step. He enrolled in public speaking course. He didn't just attend the class. He practiced, spoke in front of people, and pushed himself out of his comfort zone. Slowly he built the confidence to speak convincingly and with impact. Later in life, Buffett said, the most important skill you can have is communication. You can improve your value by at least 50% just by learning how to speak well. This is what the great Buffett said. This story tells us no matter who we are, where we start, skill development is always possible if we take our first step. And that's exactly Toastmasters helps us do. Toastmasters International is a 100-year-old non-profit organization which helps all the individuals to become a better communicator and leader. With that, let's begin today's meeting with the same spirit of learning and growth. With that, I want to hand over the stage to the person who takes the meeting forward. Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Kaushalya. She worked in IT and now at Homemaker, living a slow-paced life and enjoying her medley. Let's welcome Kim Kaushalya.
Today's theme is honey, being inspired. Sometimes we wonder, I'm doing a lot of work, so much work is thrust upon me, so much responsibility is there. Others are doing little lesser work. Am I being rewarded enough? So many questions arise in your mind. So at that time we lose our motivation to move forward. So how to get inspired? One easy example is the honey. They are intelligent species. They are a very intelligent species with cognitive abilities, including abstract thoughts. What is cognitive abilities? Cognitive in the sense they can know, understand, they can learn things around from the surroundings. They always stay alert. And they have the similarity. There are a lot of similarities between the human as well as the honeybee. In ecological role, they are different, but in social structure, they have lot of similarities. What is the ecological role of a honey? Ecological role is that they are very crucial pollinators. Einstein once said, if the honeybee goes extinct on this earth, humans will have only 4 years to live. Is it really true? See, 80% of the plant which we eat needs insect pollination. So honeybees are very, very crucial for pollination. There are some other crops such as potato or something else, they don't need insect pollination. But we can't live with potatoes alone, right? We need the other minerals and vitamins and everything. So they are very crucial for pollination. And they help in plant reproduction as well as fruit production. These are the ecological roles. What about the social structure? Similar to the humans, how we have our own hierarchy and role, and we play our role according to the hierarchy. Honeybee also has social structure. We know that there is a queen bee. In a hive, if you take an example of a hive, there is a queen bee, there is a drone, and there is a worker bee. Our hero is the worker bee, you can say. Many of us will get inspired by the worker bee, but you have to take the hive as a whole. Queen bee's only job is to take care of the offspring and to reproduce, and the drone helps with that. When it comes to the hero, the worker bee, they exhibit an extreme, excellent work ethic, you can say. They show what is good work ethics. Some of you can you say a few work ethics, good work ethics. Any key aspects you can remember and tell?
Respect.
Passion towards work. What passion towards work? Yes.
Integrity about the work.
Yes.
Integrity of the company or
Yes. Yes.
what you are doing.
So we can take this as dedication also, right?
Yeah.
And passion for work. Honeybee exhibits all these things like cooperation. Each and every bee, according to the role, they will dedicate their lifestyle. When the worker bee, though it is a male bee, it is not going to compete with the drone. Its responsibility is that it has to take care of the hive. And there is a study, it says approximately one bee takes nectar or visits 5,000 flowers per day, they say. You know, the bird busy is attached with the bee. I cannot even imagine how it can visit 5,000 flowers, but that's the estimate to take nectar. And their main job is to keep the hive alive with such nectar. And another example is that they have the responsibility to clean the nectar also. That is very surprising, right? I never thought why would they think of cleaning. They have such cognitive ability to stay alert also. Like when they sense a stressor in the sense like a human or anybody or a climate, if there is going to be some danger to the hive, they attack as a unit. They have their own signal, so they stay alert all the time. So lot of when I say about dedication, each and every bee does their own job. They don't collide between themselves. So these are some of the aspects which it is there with humans as well as honeybee also. And one funny thing is that they are very dedicated, disciplined and strong. Just like humans, when they are hungry, they lose control. So this is one funny similarity between a honeybee and a human. So honeybee takes nectar from various flowers to nourish themselves. Similarly here, we humans also, we come to medley to hone our skills either in dynamic leadership or public speaking or improving your communication or learning about time management or leadership qualities. We also take inspiration from various sources. One is medley. For the benefit of the guest, I will just explain the proceedings of the meeting today. We have first the prepared session and then followed by the TT. And for the prepared speeches, we have to evaluate. We have two prepared speeches today. So we have two evaluators to evaluate the speech. Discover 2025 is happening there. Many Toastmasters have not come here, so we have extra time. If time permits, Kalyan sir would have a scribble contest also. We can participate. It's like a fun contest, and then followed by the evaluation session. To evaluate the full entire meeting, we have general evaluator, who is a pre-final year student of MTech in BIT Chennai, a passionate poet. She has contributed at this Story Mirror platform with her work such as The Last Breath of Life and Epoch Death. She believes in spreading a meaningful message to bring a change for the better. Toastmaster poet.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction, dear Modi. So it's very nice to be back after a very long time to Medley Toastmasters. So today my role is a general evaluator. So there are many roles that confuse people, right? Like chief executing officer and things like that. So I'm not here to execute anybody. I'm here to guide you. I'm the general evaluator for today's meeting. And thankfully, since my role is self-explanatory, I just want to introduce you to the helpers of my role. So my helpers include the tag team. So T stands for timer, A stands for R counter, and G is the grammarian. So first, to introduce the timer, today's timer is Toastmaster Raja Andrew, and he works as an IT director for GCX in Oracle worldwide. So let's put our hands together to welcome the timer, and he'll be explaining his role.
Time is the heartbeat of our meetings, and today I am here to keep it steady and strong. Very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. As timer, I will time all the speeches and helping the speakers practice expressing a thought within a specific time period. I'll show the cards to indicate the time. The green card qualifies the qualifying time. The yellow card is target time, and red card is maximum time. For prepared speeches, should be 5 to 7 minutes in length. At 5 minutes, I'll raise the green card. At 6 minutes, I'll raise the yellow card. And 7 minutes, I will raise the red card. Table topics should limit their remarks to no more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I'll raise the green card. At 1 minute, 30 seconds, I'll raise the yellow card. At 2 minutes, I'll raise the red card. The individual evaluations should be between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, I'll raise the yellow card. At 3 minutes, I'll raise the red card. Thank you.
So next is the R founder. Today's R founder is Toastmaster Pugat. He's an IT professional and he's driven by his aspirations to excel in communication. Let's put our hands together to welcome Toastmaster Pugat.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmaster, and the guests. Today my role is our counter. Many times we think that we have delivered an excellent speech, but it may be or may not be. One of the common mistakes as speakers, what we do is usage of filler words or repeating of same words, stuff like that. So my role today is to measure or to keep a count of such repeated words for every speaker, and we'll report it towards the end of the meeting. Thank you.
So the grammarian for today is Toastmaster Amrita Vanchita, and she's a budding lawyer. Now let's put our hands together to welcome Toastmaster Amrita.
Good evening to all the Toastmasters and dear guests. So I am Amar Vanchita and I am your today's grammarian. So this is my first time I'm playing a grammarian role. So if I made any mistake, just forgive me. And I'm very really excited to do this role. So the purpose of my role is to pay close attention to all the speakers and note down the improper language as well as the extraordinary words, quotes, sayings, and thoughts. And it's my role, it is also as a grammarian, it's my duty to introduce the word of the day, which is encouraged to use by all the speakers. So the word of the day is diligent. Diligent. So diligent means showing extra care and efforts to one's works, one's duty. Showing extra care and effort in one's work or duty. For example, she became a great artist through diligent practice. Another one, she is a diligent student who studies every day. And yes, I encourage all the speakers to use the word of the day, and at the end of the meeting I will submit the report, the list of the person who used the word of the day and the extraordinary words or the improper language they used. I wish you all the best to all the speakers, and I encourage to use the word of the day diligent. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amita Manchita. So now on the second phase of the meeting, we'll be having, for the benefit of the guest, we'll be having an evaluation session. Post, we'll be having the timer, our counter and the variant report, after which I'll be back with my GE report at the end of the meeting. Thank you. Over to the meeting.
Now we have the prepared speeches. First speaker is Toastmaster Kritika. She is an HR professional having worked in the IT, bank, healthcare and non-profit sector, currently juggling between mom and work and home. I request the evaluator Toastmaster Harini to read out the speech objective.
Toastmaster Kritika has chosen Pathway Presentation Mastery. She is delivering her level 1 project under evaluation and feedback. The purpose of this project is to practice applying feedback and serve as a speech evaluator during a club meeting. The purpose of this speech is for the member to present a speech on any chosen topic and receive feedback from the evaluator. All the best, Toastmaster Kritika.
Good evening, Toastmasters and my dear guests. I would like to share a personal incident which had happened last week, and hence the topic about social media. I had my niece and nephew. They are from Ahmedabad, Gujarat. They were coming down for their summer holidays to spend time with us and my daughter. And when they were there in their home in Ahmedabad, they had come across a video which had gone viral. It was about the desert which they had wanted to try out. And this desert was in a cafe in Chennai. When they had come down here, they had showed me the video, and I could see that it was a desert very well presented. It had a different shape, and it also had a very different color, which I had not seen such a desert before. And to me, it had looked cute more than appetizing to me. But however, my niece and nephew thinks otherwise. They had wanted to try this viral desert. And I didn't want to disappoint them because I myself have not tried this desert, so I didn't know how it was. And so I thought, okay, I will take them and try out this desert. And so the next day in the evening, when I had time, we had planned to go and try out this cafe. And on maps, I had seen that this cafe was a good 1.5 hour drive from my house, and and we had planned to go in the evening. And by the time we had reached there, it had taken a good 2 hours thanks to the office traffic jam as well as the metro train diversions. And finally we have reached there after a good 2 hours. And after we reached there, as it is, I was very hungry as well as tired with all the driving. But when I saw that the cafe was huge, but there was also a huge line of people trying to eat in this cafe. And me being a very impatient person, I just wanted to turn around and go. But however, I could see that my niece and nephew were very excited to try out this dessert. So we had waited for a good half an hour in the line, and finally when we had got our table, the service and we immediately ordered for this dessert, and the service person said that because of the high volume of orders for this dessert, we will have to wait for another 40 minutes. And by that time, I was already boiling inside because I was hungry as well as I was angry. So it was a combination of both. It was hungry, but however, I could see with the look of my niece and nephew, they didn't mind waiting for even another 3 hours for this dessert. So, however, and then I have told myself that I'm here for them. So let them enjoy this dessert. So I had asked them that whatever items they can serve quickly just to kind of calm me down, and then till that we can wait for this dessert. And finally, after about 40 minutes, this dessert had come, and even before it had reached the table, I could see that my niece and nephew were very excited about trying out this dessert, and I could see their eyes light up finally. And before I could taste this dessert, like any other teenager, about 12 years, 13 years of age, they immediately took out their phones and their iPads, and they were trying to take the pictures of this dessert in each and every angle. And after a good 10 minutes of them finally taking pictures, we had started to taste this dessert. And according to me, I had found that it tasted like the caramel custard, for which I had in my childhood. It was something like that, but of different shape, and it was different color. But it had pretty much tasted the same. It was basically an old bottle in a new presentation. But however, my niece and they had completely enjoyed the dessert. They didn't even leave any small scrap also in the plate. It was a clean plate finally. And I was also happy seeing them enjoy the dessert, and I felt that the wait and the drive was really worth it, because they were looking forward to telling their friends back home that they had tried out this viral dessert. And then when we had come back, on the way back, I was trying to make a conversation with them, saying that how was your experience? Did you enjoy this place? And they were actually giving one-word answers. And then once they were in the car, they immediately took out their gadgets, and I could see that they were trying to edit the pictures and the videos, and I could see that they were eager to post it on their social media handles, and to also give a review of the place they had tried out. And while they were actually giving a review of the place, I could see that they were very nicely typing out paragraphs about the place, what they have seen, what they like, etc. But however, when I was trying to make a conversation with them, they were only giving me one-word answers. But then I realized, it had taken me to my childhood when I was their age probably. Maybe back then, if we also had a social media back then, maybe I would have also acted the same. But I remember when I was their age, at that point of time, there was this conference calls. So I remember just immediately after our school, I would spend the whole day with my friends. I would still come back and make calls to my friends and be on this conference call. And I remember being very excited about this conference call feature. So I guess similarly, even for the next generation, also probably they're also excited about trying new apps, trying new features on social media. And what had also made me think about is the importance of having conversations, not just having conversations, having difficult conversations with people. And I feel that, like, especially those who are our parents, I feel that it is our duty and we should be diligent enough to bring back the having the art of conversations, especially difficult conversations, processing difficult emotions, sitting across a table with your child, talking to them, about anything about the day, and to hold that conversation. So henceforth, I feel that as parents we should be able to groom our child to be the honeybees in an offline world. Thank you.
Toastmaster Kritika for that wonderful speech. Next speaker is Toastmaster Priya. I request Toastmaster Venkatesh to read out the speech.
My target speaker Priya is going to deliver a speech in persuasive influence level 2-1 under leadership styles. And the title of the speech is Situation Leadership. The purpose of this project is for the member to identify their primary leadership style or styles. The purpose of this speech is for the members to share some aspect of their primary leadership style or discuss in leadership styles in general. All the best, Priya. Time, please note, the time is 5 to 7 minutes.
Toastmaster Priya, she is a senior manager in Healthcare Solutions Company. She would like to spread love to everyone and bring smile on people around her. Toastmaster Priya, situational leadership.
Good afternoon, everyone, Toastmasters and guests. So tell me, is there only one leadership style that one can follow?
Different leadership styles are there.
Okay, my job is done very easy. Let me go ahead. While the organizations now are getting into a blistering pace, every leader is being put on pressure more than ever to be a successful and to have their team members handled efficiently. But often they don't have the skills to get into that because there are something that they have to maintain on having connections to the team and have the achievements done. But for that, there are so many things that are required. Research shows that today they are limiting to one leadership style. That is the main reason. So this model will show different styles where you can explore on your support as well as directive methods to have the success on your one-downs. To start with, there are 3 steps on this leadership before you even go into that leadership. First is goal setting, second is the diagnosis, and third is the matching. First, goal setting. Every goal that you are going to set or a task to be set should be clear and compact. That can be SMART. A goal should be SMART because a goal should be specific and motivating to the person, and it should be attainable, not something which cannot be attained, and relevant to what the organization goals are and trackable. Only then the goal is a SMART one. So going to the next one, that is diagnosis. Every development level of a person to be diagnosed even before you go and approach a leadership style to that person. So the diagnosis, development levels are of 4 types. Here are the ones. First one is the D1, which is enthusiastic beginners. D2, which is disillusioned learner. D3, capable but cautious contributor. D4, self-reliant achiever. So these are the four development levels, and to achieve this we do have the third one, that is matching, where the leadership types comes here. There are four leadership types: S1 directing, S2 coaching, S3 supporting, and S4 delegating. To understand better on the matching of the development level and the leadership style, let's get an example in Toastmasters. When a new member comes into Toastmasters, how they feel? They feel very new, energetic, enthusiastic, curious. However, they are new to the task. They are not very much aware what's happening. They even don't know what they do know. For those people, the first leadership style to be taken is directive, S1. So you need to go and direct them, give them frequent questions about what, when and how. Ask them questions and ask them answer. So that is how you give them these skills and grow. But if not enough direction is given to this particular person, ideally this person will get some skills. He will get to know certain things. With that he will try to do his roles and responsibilities. But it will not be as per what is required. So that time he will feel frustrated, confused, concerned, and he may even afraid to do some mistakes and learn. Eventually may quit also. So that is the place where this person is D2, that is delusion learner. When a person is having this behavior, the leadership style to be followed is S2, coaching, where you need to redirect them, reteach them, give them the questions and get the answers and sit with them on all the problem solving situations. That way this person will get high component, get all those skill sets and become productive on the tasks and responsibilities being given. However, may feel little hesitant or maybe bored also. When you find this kind of behaviors with them, as a leader, then we need to switch on to the S3 method of approach, that is supportive. That is when he needs some kind of encouragement, supporting language to be done. And this time, problem solving should be done with open-end questions. By then, he will be highly competent and accomplished, and he will feel very much recognized by others, self-assured, inspiring, also inspire others. At this point, do you think, guys, a leader's role plays here when the person falls into the D4 accomplished one? Yes, of course. That time it goes for the S4 delegating one. So all the roles and responsibilities will be delegated by the leader to that person and appreciating his innovations and his learnings. Instead of delegating S4 leadership, if the leader takes the directing mode of leadership to a D4 person who is already accomplished, he may feel, I'm already knowing this. Why this person is coming and directing me and questioning me all this? So he will fall into a place of self-doubt and the moral will come down. He may go into the development stage 3 or even 2. So it's very important to find which development level that person is there, so that accordingly you can use your leadership styles. Everybody in this floor will undergo all these levels, but D2 is very much critical. No leader should allow any person to stay in this D2 for a very longer time, because eventually it will lead to failure. So when a person is in D2, change your approach methods and make the person to the next development role. So guys, using this model, definitely you can have a deeper relationship with your people, and every day you can make it more inspiring, meaningful and motivating. Thank you everyone. Over to you.
We had wonderful speech by India. Next is the table topic session. And to play the table topic session, we have Toastmaster Prema. She is a sports physio, mother of 2 children, and her motto in life is unwavering focus will definitely take you to your goal. Toastmaster Prema.
Good afternoon, Toastmasters and dear guest.
I'm Toastmaster Hema. Today I'm playing Table Topic Master. For the benefits of guests, table topic topic is nothing. It's about given some small topics where you have to come to the stage and you have to talk about it for 2 minutes. Okay, very simple topics are given. So I request all the role players, because we don't have many members today, I request role players also come forward and any given topic, please speak about it. Okay. First, I would like to call Toastmaster Kalyan. Blessing in disguise. Blessing in disguise.
So blessing in disguise happens in many ways in the passage. You ask me, immediately what happens, what comes to my mind in a blessing in disguise is, I have so many life events which is happening. For an example, the recent one, I will tell you what happened in my personal life. I was running a company and it was a software company which I have to shut down in Qatar. So when you shut down and you come in and here, future becomes very question mark. So you're running a 16-year-old company and then shutting down and then coming here and then looking in for something what is, we do not know. At that particular point of time, it was Diwali. What happens is every Diwali I'll just go give sweets to people who mentored me in my good old days. I have 5-7 people which I have never missed them for almost 20-25 years. So in October I shut this down, Diwali comes in and then I go meet a particular person. He is my mentor, well-wisher, friend, everything. He asked me casually between a conversation, what are you doing? I said, sir, I've shut this down and I'm looking for an opportunity. He goes, no, not a problem. I have my daughter running with this huge big cafe and we need to take care of it. And it happened in, I think Diwali came, 3 weeks later, I just went on and then immediately on November, I started operations. Now last 5-6 months I'm running the whole cafe. I think post cafe was expanded to 3 more brands as such. So whenever you're looking for an opportunity comes in. The whole idea is not to let an opportunity pass by you. Not letting an opportunity pass by you is what, in another word, blessing in disguise.
Thank you so much, sir. So we'll wish you from 3 to 10, sir.
Thank you.
So, Toastmaster Priya. What is your version of story about hare and tortoise?
Thank you. We all know very well known story, right? But have you ever seen this anywhere? The hare has been standing there and the tortoise running, and ever have you seen the tortoise win a race against the hare? That is the old story. That is what I think. Whether you are smart enough to stand and think about and process it and go, or you are steadily focusing on one thing and going, whatever the case is, winning is a different thing. Not all fingers in the hand is the same. For example, if a person is in the same position for 5-6 years, but the same batch person who has been into different positions and going up the ladder in another 5 years, is definitely have their own goals in their life. It doesn't mean one person is successful, the other person is not successful. No. They may have different kind of things in their life and they will have different kinds in this. This is how the current generation is going. No more going up the ladder or going up the race is the one who's winning. It's myth nowadays. It is the peace of mind who's having a happy life around is that what is required at the end of the day. So let the hare or the tortoise wins.
Thank you so much for your Toastmaster Venkat. When you pretend to be someone, who would that be? Why is it? When you pretend to be someone, who would that be and why is it?
Thank you for the nice table topics. Good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests. I myself do not want to pretend to be anyone like he is a hero or he is, because if you take a recent example, I love Virat Kohli, but because of his personal form, he could not play in England because of the swinging conditions. Immediately he took the retirement announcement. The worst thing, when he was playing against Pakistan, he won the match single-handedly. But his plans, I read it in the Cricket Info, he wants to play in England for local county matches for a more amount, more money. Sponsorship is there. I thought he is a country fellow, and 2 years back, all over India they supported Virat Kohli because we won the match against Pakistan. In this current situation, when Rohit Sharma got retired, that is why, as a human being, life is success and failure will come. But failure, you should learn from your experience and make it as a success. Success is not a constant. Like that. That is why I don't want to pretend to be like a hero or any. But you can take so many examples. Some people, they never pretend. One of my colleagues is such an honest person, and he was asking me that they made one project problem. The management said that please you can go because your services, thank you for your services rendered by you for more than 20 years. I told him because of your honesty you will get a very good job. Guys, you won't believe that he got IBM as a vice president. That is why I request all the Toastmasters and the guests, do not want to pretend to be anyone. Just lead a life in a straightforward way. Definitely time will come. Thank you for this.
True, you cannot pretend to be someone. You can have someone as a hero worship, do hero worship, but in the process you lose your identity. You don't want to do that. Okay. Next, Toastmaster Harini. Disciplining adults easy or handling children easy?
Thanks, Toastmaster Hema. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guest. I have handled both these cases, disciplining a child because I have 2 children, and also making an adult to change. So because I work in corporates where I handle change management, I think the difficult part is to change adults, because adults grow in a certain way and then their brain is like really hardwired. So there is always a learning curve that's called learn, unlearn and relearn. So we always find it difficult to unlearn certain things because the habits that we have acquired hard way is very difficult to shed. In that case, disciplining a child is like molding a Play-Doh. It's very easy. That's what there is a saying, "Aindil valayadadu, aimadil valayadu." So I find disciplining a child is difficult, though children throw different tantrums. We have our own way to do it. You can cuddle them, you can maybe at times give very harsh feedback and some small patting, not kind of physical abuse, but little bit of hitting also helps. So all the Sama, Veda, Dana, Dandam, so everything will make them, but none of it will be able to do it with adults. All that is for them to really internalize and help, they see a value in it. If what it is in it for me is what the adult will think. Even I know I have a habit of watching screen time recklessly. I don't know that it's a bad habit that I need to change. It's really difficult for me to do it because I have to really take that call to change myself. Thank you all. Thanks for this wonderful very true. Like once you grow as an adult person, like you become very rigid. Because through a lot of learnings and lessons, you become very rigid. It's very difficult to handle adults, rather handling children. Thank you so much for that. How do you motivate yourself every day, Toastmaster Prasanna? How do you motivate yourself every day?
How do I motivate myself? We often tend to pursue certain things, and in the long run, we tend to reduce the motivation. So whenever I fed up with the work or fed up with the process I'm in, I tend to reiterate why I started this, what it's going to impact in their life. Let's say I learned some programming language, or let's say I learned some mathematics. How it's going to impact in the real life, how it's going to actually help people. I reiterate these things. While I doing this, naturally the motivation, not only motivation, the interest comes. So the motivation comes, and it's like a graph, up and down, it will come and go. But if the interest comes, we just go, just like we just do it instead of overthinking about it. Even after the work, like let's say 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. Our shift ends. If we have the real interest, we continue to pursue things, even like early morning, then we go to sleep. So instead of motivating myself, I reiterate things why I started this process. So that's how I do the process. That's how I go on. Thank you.
It's not easy thing, right? Every day just doing the same thing. Every night we'll be thinking, okay, tomorrow I'm just going to do this, but next day morning you again are like, it's not easy. But what I feel is you have to take small steps, small steps. For example, if you want to walk, you just convince yourself only 10 minutes I'll walk and come, that's all. In the end, you will finish 1 hour walking. That's how it has to be. I'm just giving us an example. You can just include that. Okay. Toastmaster Rajshekhar. Do you like pet? No. Okay. Just like or you don't like moderators to talk about it?
Actually, I got up in village. Okay, so our other houses are my friends, family, everybody used to have some pets. But myself and my sister, we never had any pets, and for some other reason we never liked it. I don't know why. But after long years, we have tried to raise one small lovebird just for my kid actually. So we just tried for at least 3 months, and in between we need to go to outstation and all. So we just try to manage, and we are given to our neighbors and friends. We try to take care of that lovebird with utmost care. But again, that mission also failed, and now we decided yes, that is something we cannot do it. So unfortunately, that's died actually. So now we decided no more pets. Yes, thank you.
I'm so sorry, forgot your
Yeah, no problem. Marvin.
Arvind, what is bucket list for this year?
Oh, it's quite an interesting part. So everyone makes bucket lists over a course of time. Say they start with the year, they keep clicking on it and ticking on it throughout the day, throughout the year, rest of the months as it goes on. But recently, I thought about this way: changing the bucket list, where the bucket lists are being prepared. Why don't we have a bucket list every month or every week instead of having it for the entire year? So this worked a lot. Just like one of those Toastmasters who talked about intrinsic motivations of why, this has helped me in breaking down all the entire goals into steps of weeks and months. So the recent one I came across is my calisthenics practice. I've been working on unlocking some of the skills in calisthenics over a year. So last year I was not able to unlock one of those best moves that one of my mentors were teaching me. And this year, when I was able to break them down into steps, like increase your endurance, increase your strength up to this level, or increase your ability to stay in the higher zones for a longer time. So having these ones as steps, putting them together as a bucket list, ticking on all of it, checking on all of these boxes through the weeks and through the months helped me stay on the course. So this particular bucket list is helping me out. For this year, my goals are even set higher, 20% from the last year. So yes, bucket lists are quite helpful.
If we just break it into for the first week and second week or 15 days, it is doable. Thank you so much for that. Toastmaster Fugal. Goals which you have not achieved, what stopped you from?
Goals that I have not achieved and what stopped me. I think in my last meeting also I got a very similar topic. Yeah. But still I'll go ahead because there were multiple goals that I set in my young age, and as I grow mature, none of those goals were smart, like Priya said. Some of them were doable, some of them were quite far off from the way that I could achieve. It could be a finance related goal, or it could be on the sports side, or on the personality side. So finance side, like everyone, I also want to be a millionaire. I think I'm partly done on it, but I don't know. That goal it's not defined as a very smart goal. It doesn't quantify with a specific number. So I don't know whether I reach that that point, or the million part or not. So that goal gets moving. And also I do believe so. The goal, whatever, there's not one specific goal. As I grow in age, my goals also vary or differ. It keeps moving. So I'm always chasing a moving target. So that's what it is. All right, thank you.
So like Arvind said, you have to work on that, sir. So small steps you can take, and doable goals you have to take. Okay. Amrita Vanchi, Toastmaster Amrita Vanchi. Diligent.
Okay. Good evening, Toastmasters, and guests. Diligence means extra hardworking, persistence, dedicate, we can say, the synonyms. So if you want to achieve any goals in your life, or like any bucket list, or we need to fulfill any kind of mission, we have to be very diligent in our work. Without getting distracted, we have to be very diligent the work that we are doing. So like that, for example, I remember one experience. I want to share one experience from my life. And I was learning yoga since 2019. So I was very diligent in practicing yoga. More than 6 to 7 years. Now I become a very good flexible and very flexible yoga student, and also I have completed my diploma course as a yoga teacher. This is all because of my diligent work.
Okay. Guest, I'm so sorry. What is your name? Who do you like, Summer or Victor?
Good afternoon, everyone. I believe all the seasons give
Okay. Have you done adventure history? Adventure history. Okay.
It was a couple of months ago. I planned to go to a trip to Dandeli, and unfortunately I missed the train, and we thought that I wouldn't make the trip up. But with diligence, I contacted our guide, and we found another way. So under pressure, it is very important to calm ourselves down and find a way through it, which ultimately made that as an adventurous trip to me. And finally, we made it to Dandeli. We took up many water sports, and it was a wonderful memory. stay calm in chaos.
Is this not mere negligence? Mere negligence? That has converted as an adventurous trip anyway. Thank you so much. Guest, please come. Have you ever come across cows?
Yeah.
Cows are super strong.
Yes.
So have you ever tried to fight with it?
So, good afternoon everyone. So, this topic is so nostalgic to me because I am from a village background, well, particularly a farming community. My family used to raise the cows, buffaloes, chickens, poultry, goat, everything. So, as actually we consider our cows or animals as a part of our family. So, like I used to fight with my siblings, I used to fight with my parents. We also together we used to fight with the cows and with other farm animals. So actually it goes like this. So whenever we try to get themselves under a control, or whenever we tries to calm them down for some practices, we need to take some hard steps. So that time, unfortunately, and we are in need to calm them down. For that, we took fighting as a mechanism. So in that way, fighting is also happening between the farm animals and ourselves. So sometimes it is required because whenever it is trying to cross its border, or whenever it is trying to go beyond their limits, so it is a necessary step along with the law. Thank you.
You have dogs at home, Ritika? I know. Even your friends?
But I can talk about dog.
Dog, right? What have you learned from dog?
Good evening, Toastmasters and my dear guests. So the topic I have got is to what I like about dogs. I can talk about when I was growing up. I did have a dog at my house, and I remember I think I had grew along with the dog, and vice versa. In fact, I remember I had even I had photos of the dog and me of the same height, and we had even taken pictures of the dog and me like every month. Like each time, I and the dog would grow in height, it would be a picture of us. And I remember this dog name was Togo, and I remember my school was a walking distance from my house, and this dog would also come along with me, follow me to my school, and then when I would come back from my school to home, the first person who would receive me was my dog. So then itself I had realized that the importance of loyalty, compassion, lovingness. And in fact, those were the first things for which I have actually picked up from my pet dog. Yeah, so thank you.
You must be having some goals. You have achieved the goal. What are small and big goals? Okay. After achieving, what was your mindset? After achieving your goal, what was your mindset?
Yeah. After setting the goals, what is my mindset? That is my topic, right? So
After achieving the goals,
yeah.
What is your mindset?
So setting goals is a very diligent process. It's not very easy, right? And once you achieve it, what you do after it is again a diligent process. It's not again a simple one. So let me tell you a simple example. Okay? So when I started my career as a software engineer, I have gone and I have learned a lot of technologies, but I was not getting passion while learning these technologies or implementing them. What intrigued me was the data science. Data science, making a decisions out of the data, and because software building is all a routine process, it looked like a routine process for me, whereas data science looked very interesting, very new to me. Hence I pursued my career. I wanted to very badly switch my career from software analytics to data science. So I took a course and I achieved it. Basically I'm done. I'm a data analyst now for past 5 years. Now obviously once I reach this goal, you have to set up a new goals. So that is what you do it right now. So once you achieve your goals, what are your next goals? What you should do in your next 5 years? That is your preparation. So now my goal has changed. Now my goal is to complete my MBA and get an MBA degree and then switch to a managerial roles where I use my data analysis skills to make the bigger decisions. So that is my next goal. So I'm working on my next goal right now. So yeah, setting goals and pursuing them is a continuous process. It's not a single.
Thank you so much. Truly said, after achieving the goal, only a few minutes we'll be very happy. Again, you set a goal, next goal. But what we enjoy the process. The process, that is the one we all enjoy. Once we attain that, not that, right? 1 minute we'll be happy. Immediately we'll just plan for the next goal. Okay. Toastmaster Raja. Toastmaster Raja. Coping mechanism. Coping mechanism. Have you ever, you belong to another place? Have you ever there as something, seen the sky? What was the plan? What do you used to think?
Very good evening.
Good evening.
My grandfather used to say, keep a diary and a pen at your bedside when you are sleeping. Because during my college days, we used to sleep on the terrace. I studied in a village called Seitunganallu near Tirunelveli. During my studies, I was staying in a private room along with my friends, and no fans, no air conditioning during those days. So we used to go to the terrace during night for sleep, and because of the frequently changing weather, we will not be able to get sleep properly. So most of the time, we used to just look at the sky, counting the stars, talking about the future goals, talking about some studies, and we will fall asleep. So that's how we spend our days during our college days, and which is unforgettable. And there were a lot of ideas, a lot of opinions shared among the friends, but we never written anything on the diary. Thank you.
Truly said. Toastmaster Pearl. Do we like summer or winter? She missed it.
Alright. Okay. So good evening once again. So my topic is, do you like summer or winter? So I believe every season has its own pros and cons, and every season has its own significance. So if you look at summer, summer is the time when things bloom and you have a lot of sunshine around you. You feel very motivated and enthusiastic. And if you look at winters, it's a little bit cozy. You want to just have your blanket, be at one place and just enjoy the beautiful weather. And if it's raining, again it's a little bit gloomy. Sometimes you won't be able to meet certain requirements because of the weather conditions and etc. So just like the different seasons that we have in this world, you should take your life also as different seasons. Your life will also have different seasons coming. Like sometimes your life will feel like summer. You'll have so much of vibrance and you will be able to achieve many targets. And sometimes your life might turn out to be like a storm or like winter. You will have a lot of impractical moments where you will have to apply certain coping mechanisms. So when you have to achieve a target, definitely it's not going to be a straight line. It's going to be like a heartbeat. You're going to move up. You might feel enthusiastic at one point, and maybe you will be having a sudden dip at the next point. So just like evolving seasons, you must think of your life also as one and try to achieve your targets. Maybe you might have set your targets at soaring heights, but you should be happy even if you're able to achieve up to the hills. So you must be happy in the fact that you're able to make 1% change in you every day. So over a period of time, when you make a 1% change in yourself, just imagine every day you make 1% change. In 365 days, you will make that many percent of change. So every day I would ask each one of you to just think of what, maybe it's like a self-retrospection session. So at night before you go to sleep, just think what went wrong, where I can go right. So I think you will be able to drive through your life like a season. Maybe you will definitely find that one point where you have all the sunshine and you will have all that you want. Thank you so much. Yes, dear.
Krishna, can you talk about the beach? Have you ever been to the beach? Have you ever been to the Gandhika? Okay. Have you ever been to the station?
So, good afternoon. This was the most diligent kind of a topic that I had. So, over the past decades, I was into the loop of working in a corporate cycle where I was very still, where I was very menial, sitting in the cubicle, and I was just answering the call of my manager and I was answering the call of my team lead, just giving them update every minute and every second that this process is happening, don't worry, client will be very happy, you don't worry. So, this cyclic process and this cyclic loop wasn't being my cup of tea and wasn't being my niche and wasn't being my piece of cake. So I felt very bad and I want a very huge break from all these things. I just want break from this mobile, I just want break from social media, and I decided that to give a try for trekking. So I have a friend in my hometown where he goes for many places to trek in mountains and valleys and to the secret regions that the civilians don't even know about that. They don't even access about that. So there was a mountain range in my hometown. It was around 20 or 30 kilometers from my hometown, where the forest is surrounded with a lot of green. It has a lot of waterfalls into it. It was untouched by civilians, but the only risk is like, it's a very esoteric kind of a path where you need to have a lot of bravery in you to go inside that forest. So I and he have decided, let's take 2 days of camp. Let's have all the essentials with us, and we have shopped a lot of essentials from Decathlon and we went to a trek. So that trek have given me a lot of insights, a lot of perspectives and a lot of dimensions that how we are connected more towards nature. This mobile phone, this dopamine, this corporate job, this impressing about someone is not our cup of tea. My cup of tea is about connecting more with nature, connecting with the emotions of people, and more about socializing and more about networking. It's about like to find what is your cup of tea and to find what is your niche, and you need to have a kind of a thoughts that should be a redemption to pursue your goals. Yeah.
Enough is enough. It's a topic. we have a small WhatsApp group in the family. And I joined Toastmasters in January 2023. Now I'm in level 2, project 2. But my dad, who joined after me, after 3 months or 4 months after me, he's with the Talk Magic in Bangalore. He has finished pathway, first path. When I was in level 1, project 5, he asked me, I'm in level 5 and I'm going to do project 2. Do you have any idea about it? Then I thought, maybe I'm not hearing properly. Actually, he is having hearing problem. And I asked him, level 5 solreenga, project 5 solreenga. He said, no, I'm level 5. What is he saying? And then I went to see all the work he has done. He has actually finished level 4 and he was in level 5 project. I couldn't believe it. And he said, didn't you see my certificates? And then I went to the family group. I'm not into WhatsApp so much. I went into the family group. All my other sisters were appreciating him of all the achievements he has done. I'm so jealous. What's happening? And then recently he won that, not recently, some 6 months back, he won Triple Crown Award. I didn't have the guts even to ask him.
What is that?
I'll not talk about it. I'll go at my own pace. And thanks to Toastmaster Jayashree for winning that award. Now I know what it is. So let's not compare ourselves with others. Let's just have our own journey.
Taima, can you please tell me all the speakers are qualified? Yes. Thank you so much. With this, I'll hand over stage to Toastmaster Kausalya. Thank you so much.
Taima, can you please name the qualified speakers? Voting last time.
Both.
Both in prepared speech and project.
TT also.
Both.
Both the speakers are qualified. What about the TT speakers? Can you name them?
Should I give out the time?
No, only the names.
Yeah, all qualified names. TM Toastmaster Kalyan, Toastmaster Priya, Toastmaster Venkat, Toastmaster Harini, Toastmaster Prasanna, Toastmaster Rajshekhar, Toastmaster Pugal, Toastmaster Amarvan Star, Guest Manivel, Toastmaster Kritika, Guest Sai Sadev, Toastmaster Raja, Toastmaster Pearl on and Guest Krishna, Toastmaster Kaushalya, and Guest Arvind,
Can you please vote for the prepared for the best speaker?
Link, where's the link? Just link.
Timer, do we have time for
No,
the
link.
See, if there is time, we will.
If there is time, we can. If you're on time, let's see.
Yeah. Do we have extra time? How much time will the TT
Vote
take?
another 40, 50 minutes.
So we'll go with the one session.
We will go with the Scrabble. Evaluation.
What time evaluation is supposed to start?
4:30 வச்சுங்க.
As per agenda?
We are on track.
We are on track? Okay, so we'll continue with the evaluation.
5 minutes. 5 more minutes.
I'll hand over the session to the general evaluation.
After evaluation.
So now I have a team to assist me with. So now I have a team to assist me with the speech evaluations. So first, I would like to welcome Toastmaster Harini to evaluate the speech given by Toastmaster Kritika. Thank you, Ji.
Toastmaster Kritika, you have delivered an excellent speech. First, let me start with the areas where you excel. You had a great spoken language, you had fluent flow of thoughts, and your vocabulary was smooth. You have chosen a very interesting topic, and also you related to a real-time story, which was a good thought. And you were standing on the ground firm in one place. Initially, though, you were a little nervous, and slowly you became comfortable looking at the audience, and then you started delivering your speech. You also used the word of the day and tried to link it to the theme towards the end, which I really appreciate. So with this, you have really met your speech objectives. So now let's focus on where you can work on the project objectives, which is giving the feedback and where you can apply it in your next speech. So you really had a great story which you could use it as a powerful tool. That is, when you started delivering that story, you could emote wherever it's required, like you were saying, I was already boiling inside with an emotion. I was already boiling inside, it was delayed. So it's a place where you can show a little bit of your vocal variety and body language. And when you said like it took 2 hours to reach the cafe, so you were sarcastically saying you waited, it took long for you to reach the cafe. So where you could again show that frustration to reach there. So there were many places as storytelling which you could connect it to the real life. Wherever it's possible, you could have used a little bit of body language and applied some stress and pause, because overall the speech was speaking very in one tone, where you had real opportunity to convey that story with a lot of body language, with emotion, and also maybe ask audience few questions. Did you ever met with such scenario where you were standing here firmly on the ground, where you could like casually move here and there, and then your hand gestures were again, it was overused. Maybe you can use it wherever it's really essential, and then appropriately use other gestures as well, which could have really boosted your speech. The best part is that story which you had, and that story as a storytelling tool could have really impacted the audience. So the first like 3 to 5 minutes was in the story, and you spent like last 2 minutes to connect it to the social media thing, which I would feel that you could also bring it in the beginning, why it all, and then connect it, giving a very powerful conclusion could have added value to your overall speech. So I would suggest in the next speech you can balance between the story and connecting it to the theme, where you can say like, since it's a very interesting topic about social media, what are you trying to say, whether it has become an advantage or disadvantage, what is your position on that, was something that could have also been conveyed, which would have helped the audience and also engaged them. And finally, with respect to eye contact, you were looking only straight to the timer, and people were in the desk, where you could have looked all over the audience, so where you can also sense how the audience is engaged in your speech. So these are the areas I suggest you can try to incorporate in a next project. Rest of it, wish you the very best, Kritika, for the conference.
Now help me welcome Toastmaster Venkateshan to evaluate the speech given by Toastmaster Priyadarshini.
May I request all the Toastmasters and the guests to give a big round of applause to my speaker Priya with the great speaker about the secretary leadership. First, you started with the question mark. The second is limiting one leadership styles, and you are asking questions to the audience. And you are explaining like the chronological order, the 3 steps, like diagnosing and goal setting, and you bifurcated another two more steps like D1, D2, D3, that critical analysis, and S1, S2, S3, S4 and all. According to me as an evaluator, you have fulfilled clarity of the speech, and vocal variety is also there, like you are explaining about further bifurcating about S1, S2, S3, S4 or directive method and coaching method, redirecting and the other things are there. Eye contact is good. Gist is also good. Audience awareness. Your speech flow is very good, very awesome. But the only thing is, you never explain properly. I would like to give only 2 more suggestions. Whenever you are using the property, you should use either in the center of this place or PowerPoint. The audience will listen that. Only the first row, myself and the second row only can see your project like D1, D2, 3, what type of leadership styles and all. Everyone should know that. That is only one session I am willing to give you. I am looking forward to your more speeches. Further, all the best to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Venkateshan. Now it's important for us to get our message conveyed in a stipulated time, right? And for the meeting to run according to our schedule. So for this, our timer Toastmaster Raja will now report on how well we have done with this timing. And you can come here and give me the.
Good evening once again, dear Toastmasters and fellow guests. Prepared speaker, TM Kritika, 7 minutes 30 seconds. Prepared speaker, TM Priyadashini to 6 minutes 50 seconds. In topics, Toastmaster Kalyan has taken 1 minute 50 seconds. Toastmaster Priya has taken 1 minute 30 seconds. Toastmaster Venkateshan has taken 1 minute 50 seconds. Toastmaster Harry has taken 1 minute 50 seconds. Toastmaster Prasanna has taken 1 minute 10 seconds. Toastmaster Rajashekar has taken 1 minute 10 seconds. Guest Arvind has taken 1 minute 30 seconds. Toastmaster Pugal has taken 1 minute 20 seconds. Toastmaster Amar Vanchita has taken 1 minute 30 seconds. Guest Rupadarshini has taken 1 minute 30 seconds. Guest Manivil has taken 1 minute 30 seconds. Toastmaster Kritika has taken 1 minute 30 seconds. Guest Sai Sudeep has taken 1 minute 40 seconds. Toastmaster Raja has taken 1 minute 40 seconds. Toastmaster Pearl Ann has taken 2 minutes 40 seconds. Guest Krishna has taken 2 minutes 10 seconds. Toastmaster Kaushalya has taken 1 minute 30 seconds. Over to you.
Next, we'll hear from the grammarian of the day, who is Toastmaster Amar Vanchita, who has been tracking our good usage of words and listening to the good uses in English language as well as points for improvement. Let's welcome Toastmaster Amar.
Okay. First of all, the word of day is used by 6 people today. I'm very happy. Toastmaster Kritika and guest Rupa and Toastmaster Sai Satish and Krishna and Venkatesh. I'm really then now I like to tell the messages and different words that used by our speakers. First, dear Kritika has wonderful thought that she decided to spend time with her children. That was really thoughtful and which is necessary. And TM Priya has used the word cautious contribution and also said a 3 steps. And TM Kalyan has told that it is very important as not letting the opportunity, which is very, I felt very good. And TM Prasanna has given a tip to motivate ourselves by questioning the work or everything, like how it's impact and how it's used in the future, which is very recent. And also use the word rehydrating. And T.M. Arvind has shared the way of setting the bucket list, like setting a short-term goals or on a weekly basis or monthly basis, and use the word endurance and Google, I guess. And who's Google? Krishna has used the word cubicle and the phrase cup of tea, which is very attractive in your speech. And T.M. Pearl has used the word cozy retrospection and T.M. Kausalya has given the message, let's not compare with others, which is very necessary for youngsters.
Now we have our counter who's been tracking the use of our verbal pauses, including those ahs and ums that we use and tend to distract people. So now I welcome Toastmaster Google to give this our counter report.
Yeah, good evening once again. I think I was as diligent as I can be in noting down the pillar words. Right. First of all, we should give a round of applause for the people who avoided diligently on the pillar words or with their unconscious competence, with their long journey with the Toastmaster Club. The three people, it was done almost a clean speech. Toastmaster Priya, Toastmaster Kalyan, and Toastmaster Regulation, which was small pass. Apart from that, almost everyone did a good job. Let me go with the metrics. Toastmaster Rajshekharan had 1 R. Toastmaster Kausalya had 1 R and 1 R. Toastmaster Pearl had 2 R's, 1 so. Toastmaster Raja Andrew had 1 R and 1 pass. Toastmaster Amar Manchitra, 6 R's and 3 R's and few passes. Toastmaster Kritika had multiple R's, 3 ums and few ands and few repeats as well. Toastmaster Hema had 1 R. Then Toastmaster Harini had 3 R's. Toastmaster Prasanna had 3 R's. Guest Arvind had 1 R and 1 and myself, I leave it to you. Guest Manivel had 2 R's. Guest Rupa had 2 R's and 1 so. Toastmaster guest Sai had 2 R's. Guest Krishna had 1 so. That's what I have. Thank you.
Now it's my time to give the GE report. So as always, medley was on time. We had our SA Toastmaster Rajshekharan and also Toastmaster Prasanna set up the stage on time, and we were taught 2:55. And the agenda was given well in advance by Toastmaster Bharat. And despite the significant changes and deviations and last minute dropouts, it was handled very seamlessly, and kudos to that. And as usual, in the beginning of the meeting, we had recognized the guests and the dignitaries we had their guest introductions and other things been done according to the proceedings of the meeting. So kudos to that. And today's theme, which is honeybees, was really interesting when I heard about the theme in the group. I was really puzzled, okay, how is this going to be related to Toastmasters, right? But when she delivered the entire theme and the way she just weaved it along with Toastmasters, it was really great to do that. I love how you took the theme end to end. So congratulations to that. And though we had very less members owing to the Discover 2025, I think we did our max to make it a very vibrant meeting. And coming to the speakers, we had two wonderful speakers. And I love the way Toastmaster Kritika had incorporated the last minute honeybee theme at the end and how she tried to involve the word of the day. So congratulations to that. And also Toastmaster Priya came up with a very interesting way of delivering the different leadership styles. So I think we had a lot of insights to take back with us, right? So congratulations to you. And the table topics by Toastmaster Hema, I think it was very interesting and relatable topics that were given to us. Most of us had a lot to related to our real-time incidents and all of that. So that was a very good one. She also made sure that the speakers felt comfortable. She had enough topics so that she could just juggle with them in case the speaker had any difficulty. So the one thing that I also liked in the table topic session is, and the key takeaway that we need from Toastmasters also is how to learn, unlearn and relearn. That's ultimately why we are here for. So I believe each one of us will be doing that in the course of our Toastmasters journey. And also coming to the evaluation session, we had constructive feedbacks for all the speakers, and also, okay, the evaluators had also given the highlights as to the pros and cons and areas of improvement. So I felt the speakers can use that as a tool of improvement, and wherever the evaluators have asked you to make changes in those small nuances, you can work on it so that you can come up with a better speech next time. And also we'll be hopefully having that session, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we have time. So that's also a great initiative. We can always fill our extra time with something that is always useful in Toastmasters. So congratulations to all the role players, all speakers, and others who have volunteered today in this Toastmasters meeting. Thank you. Over to the team.
Can you please read out the qualified evaluators? Both the evaluators qualified. Kindly vote for the best speaker, best TT speaker, and best evaluator. You can do for the role players. Tag. Kindly vote for the tag role player also. We are on time, or do we have extra time?
We have time. I'll take 20 minutes. So the 10
No,
has
no,
time.
you can take 25 minutes also. No problem. 25.
We have 20 more minutes.
We are at 4:30.
4:30 time, 30 minutes there.
Okay, so I'll just hand over the session to the presiding officer.
Thank you. So as there was a filler, I thought I came with this plan. Normally what happens whenever people go in for a conference like this, meeting gets wind up by 4:30. And we convince ourselves, hey look, 15 of us are present. So that is what maximum we can do. So I told myself in the morning, why don't I just drop in? There will be a filler. So I thought I'll just take this opportunity to be back on stage, purely selfish reasons. Right, first of all, I just used few observations. I always reminisce, I'm a Toastmaster since 2011, so I respect a club where the evaluations are strong. Medley stands only on that. You look at today's evaluation, amazing evaluation. We as a club, it is beautiful to see. The evaluations are super direct, clear and everything. Quality of the speech. Let's say, I'm sitting there and curious to know what is the cafe name. Until the end, she did not say the cafe name on the dessert. That's beautiful storytelling. That's beautiful storytelling. Yes, people are just curious about it, and that is how speeches are really made. Kaushika and her father finished DTM also. I have seen you where you are, and where you have come is amazing. Let us finish DTM. Let's go in our own way. Hey, mother, I'm just seeing beautiful speeches. How you guys have evolved? Because I am coming to Medley after so many years. I mean, it's almost right. So coming back here, I thought I'll just take this opportunity to just work on little script answers and then give some feedback. First of all, you have a pen in your board. Can you write whatever I say? Mr. Venkat.
Mr. Venkat.
Yeah. No, she's going to write Mr. Venkat.
Priya, why didn't you come here?
No, let me. I'll just take okay. And then Toastmaster Prasanna. Mr. Kalyan. On the board. Right. Because this normally we do this. Now, I said Mr. Venkat. Now, you read this. This.
Toastmaster
This.
Mr. Kant.
But whenever we call a Toastmaster, why we started, when I said we start, why I said we were saying, this is Mr. Venkat and this is TM Kalyan. There's a major error all of us do when we come on stage. It's not TM Kalyan, it's not TM thing, it's not DTM. We don't treat it as MR Venkat, we don't treat it as MRS somebody, we don't treat it that way. No, Toastmaster, no, somewhere we miss something. See, infinity plus 1 is infinity. The excellence is only achieved by getting onto the minute details of what we do. It's nothing wrong. Is it wrong calling somebody as TM? Assuming a guest, did you ever understood what is TM? She was reading a report, right? Okay, you are a 4 weeks, you are almost a member, half a member you are. Ideally, see, what happens, let us not use the abbreviation as it is actually. It's TM, it's Toastmaster. We comfortably say DTM. No, it's Distinguished Toastmaster. It's becoming very difficult because what happened? When I was a conference chairman on a particular thing, I need to give an introduction speech. No, we were at that time we used to be with Sri Lanka, and then to introduce a district director, you need to be very, very clear. So I practiced this for a very long time. The introduction goes this way: District Director, District 120, Distinguished Toastmaster, Sudhash Nainage. That's in the same way for program coordinator. It took us every time we addressed the person that way. So let's not shrink it. It's not TM, it's Toastmaster. It's not DTM, it is Distinguished Toastmaster. Right? I thought I'll take this opportunity. See, timer, whenever 450, give me a 45, give me a heads up. 450, I'll stop. We'll hand it over to the TM and then to the president office for the proceedings. I thought we'll just touch something on the script. We all know how to script and everything. We'll take this as a Q&A. Any questions, any basic doubts which you have? As a breaker, I'll just start. We all know, you today, what is your speech timing? Kritika,
It's 5 to 7 minutes.
5 to 7 minutes. How you constructed the speech? 5 to 7 minutes. How? The basic formula is 120 words a minute. We worked and started that way. So this is basically, we know a speech has got 120 words a minute, and based on the speed which so based on that, we use the word count and then select. And we also know there is something an opening, body, conclusion. And then we have certain speech types as informative, entertaining, persuasive. So with this, we also pick up topics. For an example, somebody from Saidinganallur, he can just come and speak about how in almost all the homes there will be streams running it, right? There is a place, beautiful place near Tirunelveli, it's called Saidinganallur. That place, every home, correct me if I'm wrong, every home at the backyard, there will be a small water stream will be running. So that picking up topics, we all suffer where to pick up topics, what to do. Take life, see, for example, somebody gave me a topic of blessing in disguise, I really don't know what to speak. There are so many things happen. Recall something which is very immediate from your life, it's easier to speak. You will not fumble. Because your stories, you need not have to think, you need not have to recall, you need not have to script. How many of you struggle with scripting? Priya, who struggles with scripting? Come on, Shumma. Reason because now we are looking stories from outside. Your own life, why you are going to struggle scripting? Let's take your own life, where we can find topics. Where else do you think you can find topics? Let's take, well, she can take it in college. From college you can take topics. From college, assuming college is one particular place where you can take a topic. Inside college, what are all the places where you can pick up topics?
Classes.
Classroom.
Maybe you must have posted some events.
Event. So classroom, event, canteen. I'll give you a word, you'll give you a word. Canteen. And then
Playground.
Ground.
Bunking classes.
So bunking class. So again, let's go event. Again event, cultural, debate, and then election. So topics are there everywhere. Somehow what happens, why people who raise their hands, you are finding it very difficult to pick up topics, pick up scripters. You are searching topics outside your life. The topics are inside your life. You take your life experience and start speaking. Assuming I am 52 years old, I can speak for 500 hours minimum of my life experiences. Everybody will be. Irrespective of your age, you will be having topics. Somewhere we find and search topics outside our world. Let's take canteen alone, there will be some 100 topics to speak. Then you need to understand, okay, there is a canteen. Okay, how am I going to bring in a canteen into whether it is going to be an entertaining speech or it is going to be a persuasive speech or it is going to be an informative, basic structure. Again, in that you are going to fit in, okay, what is going to be my opening body conclusion? Okay, how am I going to have an opening? It's easier. Start looking at from the reverse. Usually what happens, people keep a title and then start scripting. That's a problem. When we write a speech, then how many of you keep a title and search? No, all of us are not that bad. Okay, so that is where it starts. So the problem is we script it in a different way. So based on this script and all these stuff, if you have any doubts, you can just interact, understand, share, okay, what he will be doing, what I will be doing, what him I will be doing. We can have that as a time stealer, that is all. Any doubts?
Yeah. While preparing the script, see, we have pathways for leadership, dynamic leadership, and is it mandatory to have my script aligning with the pathway title? Maybe, for example, if I'm picking a script and I am in pathway of dynamic leadership, is the script should echo or reflect the leadership skills on it?
Okay, fine. See, that is what had happened. Is there anybody who has got Toastmasters, what happens? Can somebody Google for a path? All of us got your phones, right? Pathways at 5 values. I'm not reading. Can somebody search for that and give it to me? Let's see pathways. You search pathways, image of pathways at 5 competencies. You search that around and just show an image. See, answering your question directly, point number 1. This paths you selected is based on the prometric test you have taken. Let's understand that. So, though it is machine made, though it is thing, the whole world towards, whole era towards this, the answers are given to you. The path is being suggested to you. The computer shows you 3 paths when you select a path. It suggests 3 paths. Based on your prometric test, the system or the program or the algorithm understands what you want, what you are good at. So a dynamic leadership has come to you. Now, ideally, you need not have to worry about, am I going to speak about leadership always? Am I going to speak about leadership always? No. In a dynamic leadership, there will be a project objective. Work on the project objective. You must align yourself to the project objective. There again, you see, it will scale up. I don't have, this is after a long time I was coming in. If you see, we have, I'll just take some mobile so that I can just read. My mobile is found. You can see, you can just take any one particular pathways and then there will be 5 areas we'll be touching. I'll come to that as well. That interpersonal, yeah, okay. See, go and then search for this. What is happening? Irrespective of the path, this 1 and 5 will be common. One is public speaking, another thing is confidence. In all the paths you have 1 and 5. Just go and then search for this particular tab, this particular page. Second question, second thing is whether do I need to always align myself to the dynamic leadership? No, you do not have to. You must align yourself to the objective of the path. But having said that, if you see in one particular, what will normally happen, the levels, they would have segregated the levels this way. Level 1, you will be mastering the fundamentals. The level 1 projects will be aligned for you to master the fundamentals, and then the level 2 will be learning your style. So, in dynamic leadership, when you master the fundamentals, you will automatically understand what your style is. Then in level 3, you will increase your knowledge. The paths are designed in such a way, it will increase your knowledge, and then level 4 will be building your skills, level 5 will be demonstrating expertise. This is how it is structured. So you need not have to worry, am I really need to be aligned with dynamic leadership? That the curriculum takes care. The curriculum is designed in such a way, mastering fundamentals is level 1. Learning your style is level 2. The projects will be that way. The Q&As which you answer, the PPTs which you answer, the projects which you prepare. Then increasing knowledge, building skills, demonstrating expertise. You look at this particular chart, 5 levels, this is how it happens. So you need not have that. See, what happens, the qualities, presentation mastery. Do I need to use a presentation in all my rather I'll rephrase your question. Instead of a dynamic leadership, okay, my path is presentation mastery. Do I need to use a presentation in all my parts? Not necessary. You need to demonstrate the presentation in front of it. But the projects in certain places, it will demand use a PowerPoint presentation, use a podcast to demonstrate this. So, stick to the objective. Your path will improve you in what you want. You just go through this chart, this particular, understand the basics. This is what you will be doing. Go through this, understand, okay, this is what I'm going to do. Okay, learning my style. Am I doing it proper? Have I found out my particular style? I'll tell you, initially, when for an example, which level you are in?
I'm in level 1.
She's in level 1. In a level 1, voice and body language modulation will be, it will come slowly. And then when you go in the third level, if she is going to give, somebody, her evaluator is going to give her a feedback on, you need to work on your voice and body language. Then the evaluator should also go, has meant, say, ideally what happens, I do not know what is the practice now. Kritika, right? Okay, I'll take your name for a minute. So Kritika, who is your mentor? Kalyani Hari. Now, what ideally Kritika should do is, Kritika should run with Kalyani Hari in this project. Kalyani Hari knows, okay, so these are all her level lists, so she will train another. Now, Kritika will come to Harini and then say, hey look, I do not know whether we are doing this or not. Ideally, that is how speech has been weaved in any club, especially at Menti, that's what we used to do. Kritika will tell Harini, hey look, I have prepared these stuff. Identify these particular points. And then where I am excelling, give me a feedback. In addition, see, not on the stage. On the stage, Harini will come and give clear objective, and then based on what is Toastmaster evaluation form is saying. In addition to that, Kritika will have little more interest and go tell Harini, hey look, give me on these parameters. With these two, today evening, again Kritika should go call Kalyani and then says, hey look, this is what I have prepared. This is what Harini gave in her evaluation. This is what XYZ, maybe Venkat would have told this, Thomas would have said this, Prasanna would have said this, Anuradha would have said this. They told me all these inputs. Now you tell me how do I prepare for my level, the next speech. Then the next speech increases. So automatically the dynamic leadership will be taken care by itself. But it's a 360 degree. It's not one particular speech I come here and then I get a detail. It's a 360 degree. That's why beautifully now the curriculum is beautifully designed. The last thing is, what is the one Prasanna which presented? What is the title called? The evaluation of. What is the last Prasanna speech? What is the last speech in the, see the term? It's called Prasanna. It's called revisiting your speech or evaluation of visiting your partner. The last speech of every project will be coming and you will come and tell you what all you went through. So that's how it works. Okay. Do you have any questions? Any other? Okay, let's take you are you comfortable in table topics? Yes, no? One second.
A little nervous.
Yeah, nervousness even now I am. If you are not nervous, then there is a problem with you somewhere. One should be nervous. See, initially the nervousness was to what to say. How am I going to speak? Now my nervousness is to live up to my own expectations. For example, when I started when I came in Toastmasters, the first thing I told myself was I will not have an R counter. Any time I should have a clean speech. After a long time I'm just coming in. The moment I finished my TT, my TT, I went there and then I sat and told myself, am I going to have a clean speech? When the R counter came and told me, yes, I had a clean speech, the nervousness will be there. Otherwise, I have 2 more minutes. Otherwise,
I did not find the concept.
That's what happens is, search, that comes by practice. In Tamil there is a beautiful saying, Sitharamam Kaipadatham Sandhamam Napadam. You come to stage and more, because I'll give you a classic example here. When I was a VP, this was in 2014 I think, one particular speaker, our own club member, I called her for, she specifically, VPs used to allot speakers. She specifically told me don't call, because I don't want to go to TT. But we don't listen. Okay, we called her for TT and then she fought with me saying, how can I call her for, because she felt like what to say, intimidated. How can you call? Whereas she has went on to a division champion. How can you call? We had a big fight on that day. You are a VP means you can call. Is it? I specifically told you not to call. Then she went on to become a division stage from Italy itself. So that is practice. You have a question or you said time? Quick. I have exactly 4 minutes now.
How open we can, when we are a grammarian or R counter, should we specifically name the individual when they make a mistake or how
Got your question. See, your question is, okay, I'm an R counter. Am I saying, am I to be direct or am I to whitewash it? In evaluation, Toastmaster gives you a sandwich concept. We'll tell you're positive, and then in Toastmaster evaluations, we normally say that as sandwich technique. We say you're positive. We don't say you did mistake. You will tell these are all the areas of improvement, and then we sandwich it and then we give it to them. Whereas tag is direct. What happens? There are certain, see, now the pathways are all pathways. When I joined, we used to have something that's called as competent communicator manual. We used to have 10 projects. Then we used to have advanced communication silver, advanced communication bronze, advanced communication gold, no, ACB, advanced communication bronze, 10 projects and everything. So overall 40 speeches. Initially there will be sandwich, whitewashing, you could have improved. The moment we move on to advanced communication silver, there will be direct evaluation. They will say you did this mistake. So you exactly see in evaluation, you are going to sandwich the technique. Whereas in a level 5 evaluation, you will not come and say, maybe you could have used your stage better. That's not. You can straight away say that you are in a level 5, standing in a single place. What you have learned? You have not mastered the fundamentals even, right? So you can be very direct based on the speeches in evaluation. Till level 1, they are getting the fundamentals right. There you can be suggestive. You can say, do this, do this, do this. When the level increases, you can be very direct and then say, hey, look, this is a project objective. This was the mistake. But irrespective of it, when somebody is not meeting the project objective, irrespective of the level, you will say, look, you did not meet the project objective. Calling a spade on a curriculum is one. A on the speeches. Tag R counter grammarian, you have to be direct. When a grammarian report, how it will go, we will just say the word usage and then what are all the good usages. And then the improvement, you will not say, Kalyan today used the grammatically. That alone, you will say, one particular member used it this way. You are going to give them a correction. But that reason being, that is becoming super sensitive. See, we all think speaking good English is good communication. Speaking good English is very different. Good communication is very, very different. For an example, Venkat sir will agree with me. I cannot hold English more than 5 minutes, sir.
Yes.
When I came to Medley, at least last 15 minutes I'm speaking in English. So I was not this. I was not at all this. I cannot hold a conversation more than 3 minutes, more than 5 minutes. In my CC6, that was my 6th project, I do not know, my team since VP, everybody was standing there. Take 1 more minute actually, 4:50. My team, everybody was standing there. And then I go there and then Janani, Tushar, all these people are asking me, Karan, are you okay? See, I was 41 then. Are you okay? They thought I got a heart attack or something. After that, that's where I realized my dress, everything was sweat, profusely I sweated. It is on CC6, that is my sixth speech. So whereas from Middle East board I went on to become an area director, division director, you name a role in the district I have done. This is only because I started coming in, I had 100% attendance, and the evaluations and the feedbacks were direct. They told you this is what you're going wrong, this is what happened. So tag, you have to be direct. See, this place, don't feel bad, don't have any egos. Why we have an anthem and all saying we are all second family? The whole idea is failure. Shamelessly ask out. After your speech, go ask 10 people. Hey, look, how was my speech? How was my speech? How was my speech? Otherwise, you're not going to improve. Okay, you all have to say this. Probably you're not even going to call Kalyani. I don't even have the practice. You are having the practice. So, this place, paying 6,000, how much you're paying? 8,000, 7,900 rupees? Have one policy, the full paisa also. That is all. Life is easy. Shamelessly ask feedback. Work on it, work on it. There is a Toastmaster app which will track your tag, our counter reports and all. With Rashi, a question, I don't know, just talk. Yes, you asked a question, I have time. Question. All good, right. No, I have 1 minute for the question.
No, my personal experience is not only communication skills or delivering speech and all. You are able to manage everything in your professional life as well as personal life.
Very true. Yeah, that's it. There is no
24 hours it means.
No, that you have to be everything. You cannot be one role wonder. It has to be everything. Rashi, just quick answer that question. As I raised it.
Till date, I have delivered 7 speeches. But everything is from my life experience.
Life is
my story.
Easy,
Easy, but again, sometimes it feels like monotonous.
Monotonous. No, for you it is monotonous. Have anybody felt it? For them it is new. For you it is monotonous. Again and again.
I feel that.
See, she said, right, gold wine in a no bottle. Somebody from Ahmedabad comes and eats and then goes. Right. That is how life. See, for you, then search for ideas. There is some project, take some, speak something about, next speak about aircraft. Next speak something purely about how a plane lands, how a plane takes off. All your life speeches will be entertaining. It can also be informative. Categorize then, categorize. Okay, is it going to be entertaining? It's going to be persuasive. Persuasive is call for action and informative. So then work on that. Maybe you are giving only entertaining speeches. So you classify this as my speech today going to be entertaining or informative or it's going to be persuasive. Work on that. See, sit with your mentor before preparing the script. Ask your mentor, look, this is what I'm going to speak. In this, how am I going to incorporate this 3 values? And then based on the time.
So generally, if it's like a real-time experience, if you can just tell it casually, it's very simple. But when you put it into a script that is a speech, it becomes more of like you're doing a role play and it doesn't come naturally on stage.
Right.
So do you have any tips so that we?
I'll tell you. Today my writing, I'm a classic specimen standing in front of you. My reading, English, speaking itself not coming, how written English book. But I signed up as a secretary 2 terms just to improve my written skills. What happened? I can just show within 26 mails, I gave 26 different introductions into my, calling for sending the agenda. Nowadays simple. Please find enclosed agenda. Over. No, I gave 26 inputs. So I wrote that way. The same way all the MOMs happen this way. Today is the world of AI. Now, these things are not necessary. Human interaction, you just upload PDF, it's going to give you 26 types of things. But the world is for storytellers. Weave everything as a story. She weaved a beautiful story today. The story was, all of us were just hooked to her. You are termed monotonous. Why? Because story is not there. You are giving your life experiences in a chronological order. Or you are just saying, hey look, this happened, this happened, this happened. Somehow opening body conclusion. Your mentor tells you, no, change it this way. So, give it as a story. Today, the classic example today was Kritika's speech. Simple. Niece and nephew came from Ahmedabad, had a desert. Okay, there were a few corrections there, but take the crux of it. Leave it as a story, it will not be boring. So, over to the Toastmasters.
I request you to vote for the role players.
I hope you have
Setting up saying.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Wow, what a day, right? So, so in our Medley WhatsApp group, we are keep on getting our Discover 2025 results. Not results, all are
Inputs.
all inputs are and what are the achievements and medals what they have won there actually. So we are diligently planned and we have executed this meeting, and it's time to appreciate the first time role players. Our timer Raja Ankur, Toastmaster Amar Rajida, he is done American role for first time, and one more achievement, that is our Toastmaster Harini completed her level 1. Okay, let's see the
Level completion.
Level completion.
That will be a report. No, okay.
There was,
Thank you very much.
So let's see the winners for this meeting, and best role player goes to Toastmaster Hema. And best evaluator goes to Toastmaster Harini. And best speaker, Toastmaster Priyadarshini. And best TD speaker, guest Krishna. And best tag role player, Toastmaster Kubal. So I'd like to get some feedback regarding this meeting. Guest Arvind, can you just share how the meeting was, please?
I had a piece of learning from every one of you over here. So I could take one aspect of each of it. Like Hema Toastmaster Hema had a lot of innovative ideas. I've been following her from the last week. Her ideas, surprising events and all of it. So some innovative ideas could be taken over. I've been taking notes since then, because the last sessions he had a suppression census on how well or how attentive you are during the session. So I started taking the notes more diligent this time. And second, K.S. Krishna was quite impressed with your vivid vocabulary, the way you delivered some of your speeches. It was more vocal, interactive, at the same time it was addressing the public. And some phrases, everyone had used it, and I was able to note them up too. And apart from that, I missed the speeches because I was engaged with my work and I was a bit late to this meeting. But I was able to take up some of the lessons from the the types of leaderships. So I want to do more research on it. Thanks Toastmaster Priyadarshini for it. So I'm going to take more research on it, how well I can equip myself with those skills for applying it to my professional settings. And yeah, my vocabulary has been improving for the past 3 weeks. Thank you.
And guest Rubadarshini, can you share your thoughts?
informed that a lot of Toastmasters might not be here due to the event, and this time I diligently came. I thought very less people would be available, but even after that, the session was very engaging, and yeah, the culture of appreciation here. So when everybody comes to stage, you shake your hands, and that is a piece of motivation, and it was very engaging and useful.
Yes, Krishna.
Sorry, I was a bit late because of the delay of buses from my area. Very sorry. So I came late, but I could witness some magnificent kind of speeches that I have witnessed. So this club has been one of my favorite clubs, where I've been last month here for a milestone meeting, where I've met many amazing and esoteric kind of personalities, where I could see the updates that, you know, the best table topic international speeches and all the people were produced from this club. So I take a lot of inspiration from this club. So from last month I was not able to come to this club due to some of the works that I have. So today I could make it, and the most favorite part of mine is last Kalyan sir is coming and taking up all the things on his shoulder, and he was explaining and he was breaking down and he was telling how structured the club should be. And I'm from a corporate club. I will take insights from them and I will try to implement it. And Toastmasters have been a kind of a quest kind of a journey to me, where it was a kind of a road or a highway, whatever you call it, for reaching my dream, which is to be a TEDx speaker. So I loved all the speeches, and I have taken the metaphors and insights from all the speakers. So thank you.
This is what Melody is all about. Melody is all about, and this is what Toastmasters is all about. And we are very happy, and with the sound of the gavel, I adjourn this meeting. Please join for the refreshments.
We can also take a selfie. So that